Yep, it's time. Finally, it is time for my top 5 of the decade, not including 2009, because I already made a video about it. And that's not going to be the title. Anyways, are you ready? Can you handle my top 5? Probably, because I'm just some lonely bastard making a video on YouTube. Anyways, why is this voice squeaking? Pixar. You knew there was going to be a Pixar movie out there, you just didn't know which one. Anyways, Incredibles. It's like Watchmen, but rated PG, pretty much. I mean, sort of the same premise, you know. Superheroes in exile. It's a lot funnier. And plus, you can see Edna Mode down here. Voiced by the director, Brad Bird. Hilarious. But of course, you know, it's like superhero movie, done by Pixar, and sort of similar plot to Watchmen. How is this gonna fail? Tell me how this fails. I mean, like, it's well acted, well written. It's all good. I mean, we really don't expect any less of Pixar at this point. Well, even when this came out in 2004, we didn't expect any less. But I mean, now, here in 2010, well, obviously I'm doing a decade thing here, but still here in 2010, Pixar is just gold. Can't wait for Toy Story 3. Anyways, next on the list, it's Spider-Man 2. Why? Because it's, in my opinion, probably the best comic book movie that's ever been made. Yes, even better than Dark Knight. Why? Because it was well acted. It's not nearly as long as Dark Knight. That's one of the factors into it. You know, I mean, it's like Dark Knight's long. I'm sorry, but parts of it's just like, come on. I mean, this is way more entertaining. Dark Knight's kind of a bit more artsy, but still entertaining. This is just pure entertainment, And plus, Alfred Molina is great as Otto Octavius. I'm serious, he was just freaking awesome. I love the fact that that's what Sam Raimi did with the Spider-Man movies for the most part. Is all his villains are played by like these not so well-known actors. Like, they're well-known enough that some people knew who Willem Dafoe was and some people knew who Molina was. But it wasn't like, oh my god, they got, Will Smith to play the Green Goblin, which would have been wrong, but nonetheless. Still, good stuff, good stuff. I've been saying good stuff a lot, but that's because it is. Alright, number 3 is another Pixar movie. Why? Because I'm a cartoon nut, and DreamWorks is horrible. Ratatouille. Why Ratatouille? And then you're gonna say, because it has food in it, and you're a fat ass. Shut up. But no, it's not because of that. Although, every time I do watch this, it makes me want to try some sort of new food experiment out. But no, it's just a great movie. It's like a fine wine. Every time you watch it, it just seems to get better. So, yeah, great movie. Of course, Pixar, Brad Bird. Yeah, I picked both of the Brad Bird movies, go figure. I just now thought about that. I feel so freaking lame now. I wish I would have picked a different one, but a different Pixar movie that wasn't Brad Bird, but oh well. I mean, I did on my own, on my 5 of 2009, Up. It's on there, it's in the top 5, but where, I'm not telling. Yeah. Anyways, moving on. The next 2 are cheats. I'm going to go ahead and say right now I cheated. Because the next 2 are multi-film volumes, so you can guess what one of them is, maybe. Anyways, we'll do number 2 first, and that's Kill Bill. And I mean the whole thing. This is only the volume 2 box, but I mean the whole shebang. It's great. Awesome revenge flick. I mean, you don't get much better than this shit. You really don't. Tarantino, to me, some people say Pulp Fiction. Some people might even say his last film, Inglourious Basterds, is his best movie. To me, this is his masterpiece right here, Kill Bill. You know, this is just great stuff. And yeah, I'm not trying to take away anything from his other movies because I like pretty much all his movies, except Reservoir Dogs. But this is just pimpin', and pimpin' ain't easy, but he pulled it off. And finally, the #1 movie of the decade, and all the installments for this came out in the past decade. What do you think it is? It's Lord of the Rings. I have the Return of the King box here, but I'm talking about all 3 movies here. Because it's like Kill Bill. It's one big movie, really. They just had it separated into 3 parts. Otherwise, you know, who's gonna sit through a 9-hour movie, really? Except the most dedicated to fans. But it's great shit. I mean, you don't get much more epic than this, really, and be watchable. You know, the ensemble cast is great. The special effects are great. I mean, Gollum holds up even today. I mean, you know, he doesn't really hold up well against, say, the Na'vi from Avatar, but he still looks good. He's still solid. You know, I mean, man, this is great. It's easily the best movie of the decade, and hell, if it wasn't for Avatar, I'd probably say it's the cinematic moment of the entire decade. Oh, it might still be the cinematic moment of the entire decade, just because, I mean, so much epic. Just, wow. Great stuff. Can't wait for The Hobbit. Hope Del Toro does a great job directing. But that's my top 20 of the decade. I know it took forever for me to finally film all this and get it down right, but I'm gonna stop filming now so that way I can load it on YouTube for you people to enjoy. I want to thank my cousin Megan for letting me borrow her camera, and Goku Fivel and the D2 Brigade for inspiring me to do this. So, I still have quite a few minutes left, so I can actually give proper thanks. Yay! Alright. Going to thank the following. 1. My cousin Megan for letting me borrow her camcorder. Yeah, I'm walking now because I want to show off a bit. You know, for letting me borrow her camera so I can actually film this. 2. My uncle and my aunt who got me my laptop so I can upload videos. That's not the reason they got it for me, but nonetheless, I can do that among many other things now. I want to thank, like I said earlier, Goku Fivel, because who's my buddy, who's my pal, Goku Fivel is. Also, the entire D2 Brigade, that's Professor Otaku, you know, for being the snarkiest person on the web. Vixen, for reminding me how awesome Sweeney Todd was, among a few other musicals, but Sweeney Todd in particular. Joe, Jesse Otaku, for just being awesome. Arcada, for being the second snarkiest person on the web. Haha, you got outranked by the prof. And Malachi, I don't have anything to thank Malachi for because he's just a perv. But anyways, yeah, this seems like random shoutouts, but I mean they did inspire me quite a bit. And obviously I don't have as much video editing techniques as they do. Hold on, I need to check and see how much time I got left. Oh, alright. It's about 9 minutes in, and freaking YouTube's 10-minute video limit is why I had to reshoot this into 4 parts without trying to edit it. So, this will be loaded on YouTube and over the next couple of weeks. But you won't know that until you watch this. Ha ha ha!